And with the sound of the horn, here we are, finals for the 2013s. Team Surge taking on the Team Whitecaps. They had quite the battle here in the semis for both these to get here, but they're excited to hear quite the smoke show to welcome these young athletes out onto the ice. Mike Elliott here on the call, excited to be here. As we just wait for the officials as they're taking their time coming out, as the players pick their pucks up on the ice and do their little cheers down by the net. As the Wave Invitational gets ready to wind down in its end stages. Over in the other rink, we had another championship as well, and two more after this one. And after watching both these two teams in the semifinals here not that long ago, this one should be a battle. Of course, the starting goaltenders, Jack McDonald, number 34 for the Whitecaps. 200 feet across from him, you got Addie Keys, also number 34. Whitecaps roster, number 53, Jack Delorier, number 51, Porter Dixon, 19, Joe Doyle, 20, Max Gothrow, 87, Xander Landry, Jack McDonald, of course, number 34, Carson McCarthy, number 29, Henry Udall, number 91, number 27, Thomas Burin, 36, Brody Wilson, and number 63, Brady Young in red for Surge. 87, Colin Arsenal, 27, Cooper Best, 91, Nathan Cameron, 63, Jackson Duffy, 19, Theo Fougere, of course, 34, Addison Keys, 36, Ethan McDonald, 51, Xavier Mallet, 20, Kellen McNaughton, 53, Zyler O'Meara, and 29, Luke Ricci. I apologize if I mispronounced any of those words, and the voice is starting to go after the long week of games, but Thursday, Friday, we're getting close to the end on Saturday. If you're not excited to be here, I don't know what to tell you. It's a beautiful day outside, but it's even better in here. The ice might be cold, but the atmosphere is hot. The players are banging their sticks on the ice. Referee gonna bring it here to center ice, and we are on their way. 2013's Wave Invitational Finals. As the referees try to get them set up, we are on the go. You know the excitement is when we get this thing started for these kids. It's going to be intense. We'll see if they can bring it through for the whole game or what goes on here after the first period. The Whitecaps bringing in deep in the zone. Go from corner to corner. Going to go back to the blue line now. Back along the boards. Trying to find somebody open. Trying to walk through. Now down deep in the corner. Trying to come off the wall. Trying to find a way to dance in through the neutral zones. It's got a puck's going to go because they couldn't find any room to cut to the middle of the zone. Whitecaps will chip it up ahead. Little collision down below us here in front of the timekeeper's box. Looking to chip it ahead though is going to be Xavier Landry. He gets a shot on goal and getting his first real test there was Keys with the save. As Landry's been fun to watch in this tournament. Surge will check it up the other way. Icing's waved off. Both teams making changes, picking up behind his own goal now. It's going to be Porter Dixon. Looks up ice. That pass is picked off though. Surge maybe the chance here in alone, one-on-one. Trying to go to the backhand, trying to pull the goalie, but there's McDonald staying with them, able to make this save. Thought there would have been a little room there between the pipes, between the legs of Jack McDonald, but able to slide that along. Now it's open here at center. Surge trying to curl again. They're going to dump it in deep, and that hits the player. Felt that for a moment, then hits his own player trying to clear. But the Whitecaps will skate out, headman the puck, and picking up now it's going to be Udall. Inside the lone. Not much far to go as Surge picked that up. They go up the other way. That pass doesn't connect, but goes off a Whitecaps player. So deep in their own zone, no icing. Behind the net, moves it over. As we look up ice now, going for another skate. Henry Udall over the blue line. Gives a little push there as he puts it in deep. Surge cuts right out front. And you see the Keys, be careful there, right in front of their own net. Now Surge have it below us. Going for a skate. Kellen McNaughton gets forced to the corner. Trying to make things happen. Gets forced the other way. Picking up in the corners, Max Gothrow. Gonna go D behind the net now. Jack Delorier's looking up ice. Goes off the boards. Makes a little move to try to find somebody open. Hands over to the far side, going for a skate now. It's Xander Landry. Landry over the line, makes one move, cuts back in, goes to the forehand, and puts it home. What a beautiful move A little bit of celebrate in front of the bench might not go too well with the other team, but either way, number 87 wearing the right number, looking like Crosby, and we're right close to Cole Harbour. Of course, we know Crosby, Marchand, and McKinnon are in town. Maybe they're in the rink, but getting the Whitecaps on the board first with a beautiful cut back to the front, tuck it home. 8:30 remaining here, first period. We'll bring it back to center. We drop the puck, Whitecaps control at their own blue line, looking up ice. Gets picked off now, Serge. They want to get that one back. They're quickly back the other way. They try to do a little inside out. It gets poked to the corner. Whitecaps trying to move it along. Watch out there for the official in the corner. Now trying to spin out. Whitecaps looking up ice. Here's on the stick of Landry. Landry turns it up. Cuts over the blue line. This time cutting wide if you listen for the goal announcement. So Duel getting the assist marker on that as well, as that shot from the far blue line is right on top of Keys. Makes a save, no rebound. See the shots on goal now, 4-1 in favor of the Whitecaps. I'm glad to see them putting the shots on goal. They didn't do it the last couple of games. I always like to give the credit to the goalies as much as possible. So we'll switch face-off dots here to the far side. A battle for it. Whitecaps come up with it, back at the blue line. Trying to put it along the wall. Looking to get it deep as they cycle it down low. Pass out front on the backhand, redirected. It misses wide. Scramble in the blue paint. They whack away at it. Referee's right there. Puck still loose as Keys trying to find it. Somehow it's in behind. Whitecaps have it back to the blue line. Looking for a shot. One step around the defender. Now steps in and blocking that one. But the rebound, it comes right out and over the chance of net. Now whack one. That's redirected as everything being thrown at the net. Keys got to be careful here. Whitecaps still with it in the corner. Crazy action in tight. As we look to try to make a pass out front. It gets pinned to the boards. Serge will force it off to the opposite corner. Looking up ice now. See the Serge got some new tape jobs on their helmets for this championship game as well. There's a shot from well out that McDonald paddles to the corner. Now it's going to be picked up by the Whitecaps, looking to come back the other way. That pass just misses. Serge will look to pick it up now. Along the board, they battle here just in front of the Whitecaps bench. They're going to be almost picked off, but back in their own zone now is Guthrow. Puts the brakes on behind the net, looks up ice. Guthrow looking cross right up through the middle. That might be picked off just inside the zone. And almost with a mini break there was Luke Rishi as he takes it down to the corner, looking for some help. They cycle it behind the net with Arsenal. Whitecaps pick it off and they're back the other way. 2-on-3 where they try to come inside the zone. Ricci able to get there for the Surge and goes on the boards with it. They look to bring it out. Up to the neutral zone. One move, cuts back the other way. Looking to make some play now is Theo Fougier. He throws a shot on that rebound. Come right out, but Whitecaps here to clear. Now we get a 2-on-1, might even be a 3-on-1. Back the other way. Has a quick look. There's a pass up top. Pass back. Looking for another one. Shoot. And this time, Keys up to the task as Zant Landry was trying to get another one. Whitecaps still have it. Back to the blue line. Long shot there from McCarthy. And a save's made. As Keys ever see that. So all kinds of pressure. The Whitecaps coming out here flying. 5:48 remaining here in the first. Look at the draw now. Keys left. Surge win it to the corner. And then they're going to rim it around, trying to clear the zone. They do. Come all the way back. Icing's waved off. Wasn't going to make it far enough anyway. Whitecaps in their own zone. Lose the handle here for a moment. Then they put it to the far corner. Trying to spin away from a forecheck is Dixon. He's going to go back the other way with it. Looking to pick it up off the wall. Up through the middle. Good active stick there in the neutral zone by the Surge player and knock that pass attempt aside. Whitecaps will try it again inside their own zone. Little touch pass. A little bit too far and then skating over. Now they're going to reach back for it. Little touch. Trying to come through 1-on-2. They're trying to make something happen is Cameron. He loses the handle. Whitecaps got a little chip up ahead. Chipping to himself. Maybe a little bit too far as he gives chase to the corner. Surge now. Around the boards. Looking to come out in the skates. Whitecaps trying to hold the line. It does just pop out. They get back on side. They're making a change. Looking to come in by himself. Now it's Guthrow. Guthrow didn't get much on that one as it kind of pops its way through. Now a little pushing and shoving in front of the Surge goaltender. Nothing comes from that. They skate away. Get a little chuckle on the shore. Most of these players know each other. Either played together or played against each other, I'm sure. 4:48 remaining here in the first. On the draw. Surge look to bring it out. They do. Up through the middle now. Over the blue line. Looking to break wide. Guthrow takes him to the corner. It's picked up. Looking up ice here again. Surge keep it in. Back in the corner it goes. Looked out front. Nothing there. It gets taken to the corner. They push around. Referee yelling at them to move it. It's all pinned in the skates. Whitecaps trying to come up with it. It's off the boards. At the blue line, kept in. As dumping that back down deep is O'Mara. Whitecaps will try the other side. Chipping in from the blue line, though, was Mallet to keep it in. The player falls down behind the net. Whitecaps will pick it up. Looking to clear was Young. It's kept in. Behind the net, Surge looking to set something up. Trying to come back over front. That pass is tied up. Now the puck's in some skates. They're trying to find it. Looking to move over. And that pass attempt is a little bit behind, but keeping control. Now at the blue line, Surge going to want it for a wrister. This one gets blocked in front and just trickles out the side. Surge trying to spin it away. There's a chance out front. And the Whitecaps again able to keep that puck out of the front of their goaltender. Now they're out the other way, looking to clear the zone as they bring it inside the blue line. They're going to cut wide. There's a long shot, but Key sees that all the way from outside. Gets that right in the old midsection. Makes a save. Makes sure there's no rebound. 3:33 remaining first period, 1-0 with a goal from Landry. Shots 9-4 in favor of the Whitecaps. On the draw, Whitecaps control back at the blue line. Put it down low. That pass is picked off as Surge will look to chip it out. That's going to be chipped inside the zone. Icing's waved off as the Whitecaps go back to retrieve it. Looked here for Landry along the boards. He's going to cycle back. Behind the goal. The Whitecaps will try the other side now up through the middle. Far side up over the blue line. Another long wrister that goes off a shin pad to the corner. Surge trying to chip it up ahead, but Landry gets there first, knocks it down low. Trying to find it. Now behind as both teams battle to the corner. Whitecaps force him back. Surge trying to come back the other way now. They go along the boards. It's picked up. They look up ice. Cross ice. That guy picked off right down Main Street. And looking down, no, Landry. He's going to pass it over. It just gets a piece of the defender sliding back. And now the referee's arm look like it's going to be icing, and it is as they look back. But maybe a little too unselfish play there by Xavier Landry. As it looked like he was going to take that shot. And then he went to pass over. Did have an open man over there. But a great job by the Surge defender to slide back to take away that. And then Surge iced the puck. 2:34 to go here, first period. Face-off will come to the left of Keys. To the corner now. Both teams looking for it. Whitecaps have it, trying to come out of the corner. There's a shot right from that one high. That's going to go above the net, up on the boards. Surge trying to force it out. The battle here right in front of their own bench as they poke away at it. Whitecaps have it for the moment. Second attempt, they do keep it in. This time on the third attempt, Surge get it out. Now here on the short side, looking to go for a skate is Fougere. Fougere fires one back out, right off the pad, and the rebound comes out. And from the blue line, didn't get much on that one as they fired that one towards the net. Fougere again from the corner, trying to protect the puck. Goes back to the blue line with it. Mallet goes back to the corner, but his pass almost didn't make it through. But Surge able to force it far side. Ricci trying to find some room on the backhand now, trying to go the forehand, passes off, and with an open net somehow, Jack McDonald slides over as the Surge player can't believe it as he heads it back to the bench, sliding over with the glove and making a crazy save. And he's still shaking his head there on his way to the bench. Is Theo Fougere. Might have held on to that second too long, and that's all these goaltenders need to get back over. 1:42 remain now here, first period. Whitecaps take it to the corner. Trying to spin off a forecheck here as the Surge looking to bring some pressure on here. The puck does come outside, but it's picked up by Nathan Cameron. He's going to turn all the way back in his own zone. Now he looks up ice, looking for some room to move. Whitecaps collapse on him quickly. poke the puck away, and they're back the other way. Looking for some room. Now it's Landry, gets tripped up, and there's the referee's arm up, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go against the Surge. The Whitecaps scored earlier, now they're going to get a chance on the power play. As heading to the box on the trip is going to be number 20, Kellen McNaughton. So with a minute 13 remaining here, first period, opportunity now for the Whitecaps to double up their lead. On the draw, Whitecaps control at the blue line. Walking the line now, Deloriers gets it to his defensive partner as they look to set up. Now down to the corner. Little sauce pass up, a little bit too much sauce in that one there as it takes a bounce, comes to the corner. Now trying to find some room. Backhand pass, far side, 50 seconds remaining here in the period. Landry trying to go back and forth. That hits his stick and comes right back to him. Landry again. Hands it off. They try to set up their power play. Surge doing a good job keeping him on the outside here so far. Now down in the corner. Landry trying to spin out, looking for some room, trying to walk out. Still has the puck, still looking, still has it, still shoots, and he gets a shot on goal, and it crashed in the net. But Keys able to stay tall and make the save. As Landry had a little more time with the puck than he thought. Tried to get that shot up over top. It gets him in the high shoulder area. Keys able to make the save. Now they're trying to find the puck. It's somewhere in the equipment. And now they dig it out. 30 seconds left here, first period. Gets set up on the draw. Whitecaps have it. Back to the blue line. Delorier, quick little pass over. Walking in top of the circle. Fires a shot. Rebound. Comes right out. And the Surge will look to clear. They do get up towards center. And pick up on the Whitecaps again. Delorier up quickly. And shipping the puck in deep. And then forcing the battle hard. But the Surge are able to pick that up. They're going to send that down the length of the ice. That'll pretty well do it for the period. As Jack McDonald comes out, put the paddle on it. As the time ticks down, the horn's gonna go. That's gonna do it for us here after one period of play. Wildcats lead, Whitecaps lead, I apologize, it's come along in the day. 1-0. We'll take a short break here, be right back for the second. Referee blows the whistle. Whitecaps had their chat. They're ready to go. Surge talk a little more. They know what's on the line here. The Wave Invitational. Top players from around the Eastern Seaboard here to play. The 2013s have definitely put a show on. 1-0 after one. Still a power play for 47 seconds here for the Whitecaps. We'll bring it back to center, drop the puck here for the second period. Surge grab that draw, and they're going to send that deep. Looking to kill the rest of this off. Now back from behind their own goal, looking to skate up. Pass on the far side, not off to the middle. Touch to Nelligate the item as Young got a piece of that now. Surge looking to find it in the corner, looking for some open ice. They're going to send that all the way back down. That's going to come right out. Jack McDonald out to play it. He gets the battle down, puts it to the corner. Now we get a battle to the corner as Surge up on the forecheck as time ticks down in the power play. Pass far side. And the Surge with one last dump. And that'll do it for the power play as the penalized player gets ready to step on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. Whitecaps going to spin back in their own zone. Moves it over. Looking to come up ice with it now. They spin it right now, losing the handle. And too little nonchalant with the puck there is Dixon. Now Surge looking to take advantage, trying to hold in at the line. And that one's going to come, no, it didn't come outside. As the referee right there with a better position than we have up here. And good job of the defender to hold that. Whitecaps pick it up now though. Now they'll look to clear. Looking back on the, careful with that pass. Now they're over the blue line. Far side. Udall fires the shot that gets deflected. Misses on the far side. Now from the corner, looking out front, just off the skate. If not, would have had a Whitecap player all by himself out front, but luckily for the Surge, it got the big toe out to knock that away. Now they're on the offensive side of things. Looking to tie this hockey game up. Puck's in the corner now. Duffy looking for it. Whitecaps pick that off and they clear it out. Here's Landry again. And they gets back on side with a nice play. Surge will rim around the far side. Then he picked up by McCarthy. McCarthy loses in his skates though. Surge poke it loose. Now they're back up through the middle looking for some room to move. They take a long shot that McDonald paddles to the side. Now Whitecaps trying to catch Surge on a change. Up on the blue line, make a move. They're gonna have to wait. Didn't wait long enough as the Whitecaps player a little too quick on that far side to jump the line. Offside will be the call. 8:40 remaining second period, 1-0 Surge lead. This game is shaping up to exactly everything we thought it would be, and there's still lots of hockey left to be played here in this one. Good line up on the offside draw. Both teams whack away at it. Does come inside the Surge zone. And now looking to spin away from the check is O'Mara. Puts it in behind the net and gets it back. O'Mara looks up ice now, trying to connect as it goes through. Goes off a skate or two, but Arsenal has it. And another one of those bouncing plays, offside, this time at the other line. We'll get another face-off. Whitecaps get the draw, look up ice. Little chip up ahead, inside the zone. Surge right there to put it right back out. Whitecaps will try to put it back in. Surge have it again inside their own line. Look up through the middle. Trying to connect there with Arsenal. Then the skates looking for some help. Both teams have it. Now the Surge find a loose puck. Looking to cut in deep. Leaves it for Arsenal. Arsenal trying to find a shooting lane here. He takes up high. He finds one, fires one. That one's going to be well high. But watch out off the glass. Lands on the back net. They play it. They're able to knock it off quickly. Arsenal trying to pull it back out front. Whitecaps force it to the far corner. They'll look to clear up. Up at the center ice now. Force back. Now looking for some room as he looks up. Gets over center. One hand on the stick though, dangerously. But he's able to make the move and move it over and then dump it in as Brady Young. He's looking for a change. Surge looking to pick it up behind the net. Looks up ice now. Here's a quick pass here at center. Surge gonna dump it in deep, bouncing puck. Then McDonald have to be careful. It comes right to Arsenal. Arsenal winds one up, but gets nothing but ice. And the Whitecaps will come back the other way as they look to chip one ahead. And it's gonna be Landry here, short side. Landry looking out front, sauce pass, and he gets a piece of it, but McCarthy misses the net. It was a hard pass to Corral, and he did one time it. Nice try there. Now reach over the glove, just getting a piece of it there is Keys. Knocks it to the corner. Whitecaps coming with some pressure here now as the puck's in the corner. Try and knock it loose. Surge trying to clear the zone and put it right back in the corner. Now chipping in from the blue line. They move it up ahead. Surge this time on the backhand. Again, fires the blue line. The Whitecaps keeping it in. This time Surge able to clear. Put it on. Now we might get a race for it here. But getting back there first is going to be Varan. Now it's passed out front. And a Surge looking to get one, and they do. They get a shot towards the goal as they were able to find that loose puck that came right out front, but misses on the short side. Now trying to bring it out is McCarthy. McCarthy loses the handle in the corner though. And he's upset at himself as he whacks his stick off the boards. Surge will clear it out. And going for a skate with it now is Ricci. Ricci trying to cut back out. He's on the backhand, one hand on his stick, and the puck just goes a little bit too far. And trying to reach for it with Ethan McDonald. Now top, the referee's arms up. And as they touch the puck, I think this one's going to go against the Whitecaps. As he had to look over, he's trying to hide over there by the boards, but referee finds him. So Surge get a chance on the power play here. Got to send him over to the other penalty box. I think Hookie's going to be the call. Trying to look down and see his number as he's down below us. And of course, he's all tucked in. We'll wait for the official call. There's a chance to right off the face-off, missing on the short side. Now pass all the way back up top, far side. At the D, Millette. He takes a shot, but McDonald sees that on that far side, makes a save, covers up. As 15 seconds tick off the clock on the power play. 5:37 remaining here, second period. We'll line up on the draw. Surge control. Pass over here now on the short side, just outside the circle. Pass up front to get a stick of Arsenal now on the back end. He tries to fire one through. And McDonald there again, making sure there's no room between him and the post. Makes a cover up. A few more seconds tick off the clock. Another face-off deep in the Whitecaps zone. Shots on goal now 13-9 in favor of the Whitecaps. And they win that draw. Gonna kind of fire that hard along the boards and glass. And it's number 19, Joel Dools, in the box there from the hooking call. As the Surge trying to keep it in. That pass gonna be picked off, trying to go back to the blue line. And the Whitecaps going for a little skate here, short-handed. As Landry looks to put in deep and gives chase in there on the forecheck, short-handed, but Surge gonna skate out. Makes a move up through the middle now. Cameron over the blue line, little toe drag shot. Didn't get much on it, but rebound comes right back to him, still loose. But the Whitecaps able to find it and clear it out. You hear the appreciation from the penalized player tapping on the glass down below as he got 50 seconds left in that penalty. Surge from behind their own goal. Pass on the far side. Looking up through the middle. Connects now with Arsenal. Arsenal trying to find some room. He fires a shot towards the net. He's getting taken down. And McDonald able to paddle that to the corner, but rebounds picked up, trying to come right off the wall that still has it. Looking for some room. Now he passed it down to the corner. Arsenal trying to find somebody open. Little give and go setup coming here now. And a pass comes out front, but nobody can pull the trigger, and the Whitecaps will skate it back the other way. That's McCarthy trying to make something happen 1-on-3. Still with it in the corner now. 15 seconds to go in the power play as McCarthy gets taken down. Looking to come back the other way. Here comes Team Surge over the blue line. Looking to break on the short side. Deflected rebound. And McDonald just gets enough that to send it out as the penalized player steps back on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. And behind the play as they try to find him. And they're going to say, I thought he might have touched that there at the blue line, but the officials say, no, he didn't. Icing's the call. 3:41 to go here. Second period. 1-0 hockey game. 13-11 the shots. All in favor of the Whitecaps here. And thank everybody again for tuning in. Hope you're having as much fun as we are here in the booth. Of course, the best place to watch hockey games here. We'll do our best to bring you the broadcast. I want to thank you again to Wave for allowing us to bring you this game. And of course, Kristen and Sean Hiscott for putting on a fantastic event that hopefully will come for years and years. Be the summer event for Nova Scotia with these elite talent coming through. Now watch them on here. Here's the Whitecaps with a chance. But there's the glove of Keys. Makes it look too easy as they try to go glove side and that far side. That 3-on-2 that was shaping up. And the puck kind of dropped back to the Whitecap player. Got the shot right on target. Couldn't beat the goaltender. 3:23 to go now. Second period. On the draw now, to the right of Keys. Whitecaps get the draw. Kept into blue line, walking the line and firing that one. Just getting a stick on that was Keys to knock that to the corner, and a big battle ensues to the board, so you can see them all tied up. Whitecaps come up with it though. Pass up high slot, trying to find some room to move. Landry moves it over, cutting in from the blue line. Backdoor pass and tap in goal. What a beauty play. And standing on the doorstep, no chance for the Surge goaltender in that one. I'm pretty sure that's McCarty gonna finish that play. Tic-tac goal, and we got a 2-0 hockey game. We'll wait for the official goal call there. But either way, bring it back to center. Whitecaps lead 2-0 now, just under 3 to go, second period. We'll listen for the goal announcement. And it was Carson McCarthy. But it was a setup from Landry and Delorier that made it a really pretty play. We're in the high slot, over to the side, then back door and back of the net. And the Whitecaps, they pushed off the puck there, and play is going to continue, and I think that's going to be a penalty. That's a little too aggressive there on the forecheck. And right after the Whitecaps score, after they kill off one, heading to the box, I believe it's Arsenal. Look down and see his number, and it is number 87, Colin Arsenal, heads to the box for 2 with 2:31 remaining here in the second. Whitecaps have a chance to add to the lead now in the power play. Puts it down low. Coming up with it from below the goal line was Wilson. Can't bring anything out front, goes battle to the far side. Now Serge able to come up with it, and they look to send it down back into the Whitecap zone. They'll pick it up behind their own net. So roughing was the call. I wasn't sure if it was roughing or body, but roughing will be the call against Arsenal. The Whitecaps trying to come through the middle there, and that pass just off the stick, but then lands right on the Surge stick, who hammers it right down the other way. A minute 20 remaining here in the power play. Whitecaps will start from their own zone again. Dixon tries to skate away from a forecheck, now looks up ice. Likes to go for a little skate with it now. Got to take it himself inside the zone. Now he drops it back. There's a long shot. That misses well on the short side as Young rips that towards the net, but it's picked up on the far side by Udall. Trying to come up from there. They're taking him behind. Looked up front. Now goes back up top. Poor Dixon with a shot. That riser, and that just goes over the bar, but hits the glass in behind the Surge goaltender. Now pass back to the blue line. The hard pass as well. They had to corral down. Now Dixon, back to his partner, far side, looking out front. And that pass attempt goes in behind. Now cutting in from the blue line is Dixon. Surge finding it in the corner, trying to skate away from his best. Last minute play here, second period. His best gets taken down. His 3 white jerseys are looking for a loose puck. They come up with it, back up top. Dixon likes to pass that off. As trying to find some room here now. There's a shot, and that goes off the corner and the post, sorry, right? The corner, the crossbar, and the post. As the Whitecaps coming that close, only 5 seconds to go here in the power play. As the penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. One opportunity here for the Whitecaps. They do get a shot at the goal, and then it's sent down the length of the ice. And icing was waved off. Surge going to get there first. They'd love to get one here before the end of the period. Try to cut this lead in half, but an errant pass and he picked up by the Whitecaps. They're quickly back the other way, trying to make a move tight. Look for a loose puck. It's in his feet. And he comes up with an out pass out front, but the Surge going to pick that off and try to clear, but it's kept at the blue line. As Guthrow hands it off. Landry looking to make a move. He has his pocket pick, but I think time's going to run out as the clock ticks down. Shot right at the horn. McDonald makes a save either way. After 2 periods of play, 2-0 Whitecaps lead. Shots on goal 16-11. We'll take a short break and be right back for the third.
Hands starting to get cramped now.
And the referee blows his whistle. We'll put 11 minutes up on the clock. 2-0 hockey game. This is for the championship. Wave Invitational. Everything on the line here. 2013s. Are we 11 minutes away? We have the third period to find that out. Surge looking to get on the scoreboard here as they bring the puck inside the zone. Back the other way. Outside, but there's Surge again. Bring it right back in. Pass up top. But can't quite connect to the blue line, but kept in. Dumped in deep. Arsenal looking for it now. He passes out front and a little redirect right on the side of the goal that McDonald had to be careful with. As he just got a stick on, just enough to change his direction. But McDonald able to get the pad down, make sure nothing slid in between. As they're early here in the third period, we'll see the sticks and the grip get a little tighter as this third period continues on. I see the Whitecaps coach giving some last minute instructions here for their team, as you know these coaches want to win just as bad as the players as they get this far along. There's a little rivalry with the coaches, all friendly of course. Back up top, winding one up and just let one go, and a big toe save there from McDonald as he reached for the ceiling. And there's trying for a redirect and getting a stick on that was Ricci, but missed on the short side. Now spinning out and able to pick the puck up for the Surge. They put it back in the corner, trying to find somebody open out front. A lot of sticks there, and the Whitecaps pick it off, and they're looking to come back the other way. Pass far side, partial 2-on-1 shaping up. On the far side, looking out front, trying to give it back was McCarthy to Landry, but a better play by the defender that broke up that passing attempt. Now along the boards, Whitecaps gonna hold the line. Delorier throws a shot through, and again, just standing there letting it sit in his glove, seeing it all the way through his keys. Makes a save, no rebound, 9:46 to go here in the third. To say how important the next goal is in this one is an understatement. We'll see here as the Whitecaps would love to add to their lead. Surge want to get the draw and head right down the other end of the ice. Scramble draw in the feet. Whitecaps do get it back to the blue line. They go partner to partner as Varan puts it in deep. Now from a sharp angle, firing that one, trying to knock it off the goalie. Was Udall, sorry. Now from in behind, wraparound attempt. Does come out the other side, but Surge able to find it. Now they look to clear. Along the boards, just down below us. Looking to bring that puck in as he loses the handle just inside the line. Whitecaps look to clear and looking to skate out with some room now. Far side looking to cut in, keeps control, fires the shot. That goes off the stick and wide of the goal. In the feet now, Whitecaps keeping the pressure on as they whack away at it. And a big push there, pushed him off the puck to take it back to the blue line. Now the one time towards the goal, that hits a skate in front, and the rebound just gets pushed wide. Puck in the opposite corner now, trying to go back to the blue line. And Brand keeps it in for the moment, but Whitecaps block that attempt. The Surge blocked that attempt and they clear it out. Now here comes the Surge again back the other way, trying to bring it inside the line. Not much room there. He ran into a bunch of white jerseys. Now a pass cross ice that I believe took a bounce and didn't make contact, and as the whistle goes, icing will be the call. 8:27 remaining here now, third period. 18-13 shots on goal in favor of the Whitecaps. They lead 2-0 as well. So, clock possession is starting to become a little more important now here in the third period, as every whistle, couple more seconds click off as that gets cleared out to center. Surge looking to put it right back in deep as everybody gets back on side. Gonna skate this one in now, little pass over. Trying to put it over, trying to get it to the forehand, walked away, top of the crease, everybody's looking for it. And they still down is McDonald, and somehow the Whitecaps push it out just enough and they clear it to center. Surge gotta get back on side when that dumping attempt's blocked. Never get a race for it back the other way. But getting back there first is gonna be Duffy, who moves up along the boards. And they pass over through the middle. Picked up on the far side. But getting forced back and knocked down, but able to make the play to his defense. Now they move it up, down below us. Fougier gains the line, has to look far side. There's a pass and there's a tap, and just pissing it wide. As reaching out to get a stick on there was Ricci. And he just knocked that past the far post. There's another chance, and this time that hits a skate in front. So two glorious opportunities there for the Surge to get on the board, and they're still looking for more as they battle for the puck in behind. The Whitecaps come up, they're feeling the pressure, just kind of clear it out through center. Surge there again, looking to dump it back in. Whitecaps pick that off. Now Landry, partial break, short side, looking to hold, taking all around, maybe a wraparound attempt, and can't quite tuck it home. Couldn't beat the post. Goaltender was out of position, but couldn't quite get the hook enough with that reach. And the post keeps it out, and then Surge bring it right back the other way. Pass out front, nobody home except for white jerseys, and they start to move it up quickly. Looking up through ice, pokes it forward, trying to find some room. Far side, rips it on in, goes shorts on that, and roofs it upstairs. And the Whitecaps add to the lead. Got to work on the celly there, but either way, Whitecaps will take the goal. as he's able to push that puck just far enough ahead, finds a room, and then goes on his short side and puts it home. You can see the smile from up here. And it's number 63, Brady Young. The Whitecaps now lead 3-0, 6:47 remaining here in the third. We'll bring it back to center. On the draw. Surge have it, they chip it inside the zone. McDonald gonna play it, but he's gonna cover up, take no chances. We say Brady Young's goal was unassisted. Back up top, there's a long shot. McDonald gets a piece of that between the stick and the toe of his skate and knocks that out of play, so we'll redo that face-off. Give a special shout out to the officials as well. They've had a long day and a couple of long days and doing a great job helping us out with this tournament. Of course, we couldn't do it without them. As the Surge try to put some pressure on here. One goal, you never know, change of momentum. Anything can happen as they had the puck on the far boards. Trying to protect it now. Whitecaps converge quickly on them, but they can't clear it. Kept it in the line. There's a long shot. McDonald way on top of the crease. Rebound down again. Puck still loose. Off top. Pass over. Arsenal, he's going to try to shot. It's off the post. That's another one. You can see him putting his stick on his head, looking to the heavens as he thought he had that one. Going to tuck that right inside the corner. But as a goalie told me a long time ago, good positioning means when it hits the post, you weren't saved by the post, just good goalie positioning. As that one goes off the bar and out of play, another face-off inside the Surge zone. And I see the banner is now in the building as well. And there's another shot, just getting a toe on that again is McDonald. He's doing everything he can for the Whitecaps. 5:50 to go here now, third period. Surge gonna grab the puck down below us. Look to bring the puck in. McNaughton takes it down wide, deep in the corner, all the way around the goal. To the opposite corner now, trying to cycle low, but lands on a Whitecap stick, who forces it up and does clear the zone. Surge got to wait for everybody to get back on side. They move it over. Picked up now by Fugier, who throws a shot on goal. Save made by McDonald. Rebound comes to the far side. Trying to find a loose puck. Whitecaps looking for it now. Trying to spin off a couple of forechecks. They can't quite clear it. Gets forced back in. Surge on it quickly, but a good active stick there. Whitecaps do just get it outside the line as they chase one down. Chipped up ahead. Inside the zone now, Landry. He's going to chip it up ahead. Down deep. Spin pass out front. And then a one-time, but going to check his flex on that one as coming in. Ripping one was Dixon, but didn't get much on that. Now in behind the play, bouncing puck. It goes a little bit too far. The smart play by McDonald not to touch it, as icing will be the call. Almost got caught in behind the D, but couldn't quite stretch out to reach a pass. 4:43 left here in the third period. We'll bring that face-off all the way back deep. On the face-off, Whitecaps have it. Trying to circle back the other way now is Udall, who has a look, puts it in the corner. Surge tried to bring it up, but put it right back in deep. In behind the goal now, on the backhand, looking for somebody open. Moves it over to Young, who tries to get the handle. They battle here right in front of the Surge bench. Puck comes loose. Surge doing everything they can to try to get this puck out. Whitecaps doing a good job keeping it in. And it's Udall again down in that corner, trying to force it. Picked up. Whitecaps nowhere to go right now, but they're killing valuable time off as they keep the puck in the corner. Pops loose. Deloriers looks for it, going to carry it. He chips in from the blue line, puts the brakes on in the corner, cycles it back behind the goal. Picking it up now is Young, trying to kick it free from behind the goal. Takes it to the opposite corner. You can see the Surge keeping the guy high here now as they try to make something happen. They try to sneak one through, but the Whitecaps doing a good job keeping the puck deep. And right now, from that corner, back to the blue line, walking in. And there's that floater player we were talking about, the Surge keeping up top. They can't clear it up. The player falls down. Picked up now by Guthrow. He misses on the pass shot attempt. Another shot from the blue line, gets through, picked up in the feet, trying to find it. They bounce away, and somehow it bounces up and lands in the glove of Keys. He's able to make the save, cover up. 3:08 remaining here now in the third. As time ticking away here on the Surge. Another face-off inside their own zone. Shots now 22-18 in favor of Whitecaps. On the draw this time, they've set it up and almost got by. But the Whitecaps defender able to just get enough of it to move it up the other way. Now here's Landry trying to cut inside the zone. He gets forced to the corner, but he battles back, looks out front. Surge knock it right back to the corner. It's chipped up. And again, Surge keeping that player high. They try to send him up for that pass. Unable to do it so far. There's another one. Pass going to be picked off. Comes inside the zone. Surge try to clear but lose the handle. Now a chance here. They move the post over. It's off the post. Referee's whistle is up as well. What a chance there. It was a 2-on-0 in tight. And they had the goalie beat but couldn't beat the post. Now a little push and shoving. I think we're going to get a penalty to the Surge as well. If you look down at the referee. And a hooking call is going to be here late in the third period. That's not going to help Surge's case as heading to the box is number 27, Cooper Best, with 2:32 remaining here in the third. Surge going to have to make something happen short-handed. Whitecaps put him one way away here. That would be the end of it. There's a pass in front and a chance off the defender skate in front that Keys had to be careful with. So it's hard enough getting shots from the other team. Now you got to worry about deflection from your own team. Whitecaps again. There's a shot. Nice little blocker save. Glove down. Puck still loose. I think it's taken to the boards in behind. Chipping in from the blue line. Putting it down deep. Landry trying to come out of the corner with it. Goes back to the blue line. Back to Landry along the boards. Down low. They try to work on the setup. Now trying to walk out with it. That goes off the outside of the net. Gets his own shot. Rebound though. Back up top again. Landry back down to the corner with it. Now trying to go cross ice. Now finds himself alone in front with McCarthy. Back hit attempt and then the rebound as Keys gets both of those. A minute to go in the power play. Minute 33 to go in the period. Here's another opportunity. Landry dances his way through right below the circle. Pass out front. He loves to move that puck. It's great to see. And Surge able to finally clear it all the way down. McDonald way out the plate. He wants to make that pass. He does. Right out to the middle though, and Arsenal overskates the puck. You almost might have had an empty net. And he reaches back down. There's a couple players going down. Arsenal going to wheel it back up. 37 seconds to go in the power play. Arsenal looking to break it wide. Arsenal cuts in, gets a shot, and rebound almost crashing the net. And in behind the play, the referee's arms up. And I think this time we're going to get a penalty. He's going to go against the Whitecaps. And holding's going to be the call, and it is going to go against the Whitecaps. Goalie has been pulled, so extra attacker out for Surge with a minute 3 to go. It'll be 5-on-3 or 5-on-4, sorry, with the extra attacker out. I'm trying to see his number. He's got it all tucked in there. And I believe it's number 10 or number 20. Sorry. Either way, play continues. Whitecaps with the empty net. Send it all the way down. That's going to go off the outside, and icing will be the call. I was listening, there's a little argument there from the coaches with the extra attacker out there with the goalie. They thought they're just killing the penalty, but it technically is 4-on-4, but they pulled the goalie for the extra attacker. Surge get the shot back from the blue line. They win that face-off. Save made by McDonald. Loose puck picked up and looking to clear out the center. The Whitecaps do. 30 seconds remaining here. Long pass up ahead. Looking to reach up for it. Whitecaps behind their own goal. Trying to move McDonald down. You know what he's hoping for. Surge still with it. Now they're on the power play. So now it's 6-on-4. Shot from the blue line. Redirected. That just goes out to the short side. 10 seconds remaining. Surge just want to get something on the board here. Pass down low. And there's a one-time that goes off the outside net. Whitecaps going to take it to the corner. The celebration's got to start. At the clock tick down. There goes the sticks. There goes the helmets. Here's your 2025 Wave Invitational 2013 class. The Whitecaps are your champions. They'll let the players take this one away as they are excited, and it's well deserved. 3-0 our final. Final shots on goal, 22-18. All in favor of the Whitecaps. And they shake hands at center. Hats off, of course, to the Surge. Great tournament. Showing a lot of class as well. Hard fought battle. They had some chances, a few off the post. One of those goes in. It's a different hockey game. But again, Whitecaps are your champions. As we'll see here for the presentation here now. That'll do it for me, Mike Elliott. We'll leave it here and let the players take this one home as they receive their banner. Thanks again for everybody watching. We'll see you right next game.
One more.